Yeah. Hey. Welcome to the network.
What's poppin', squad? You already know what it is, man. It's Blaze, Hunter, Ninth Wonder, and we back with another episode of Welcome to the Dope Bar, and we got international superstar Imade in the building. Oh, yeah, international, baby. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria, America. We international around these parts. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm in Atlanta right now. It's hot, but I'm good.
Damn, man. I was just in Atlanta probably on July 2nd. You know, it was my mom's birthday. So we went out there, chilled with her for a little bit at the crib, and then went up to like another Morganton, Georgia, where we was in a cabin, had the niece and nephews, keeping them little bastards off their tablets and phones and letting them enjoy playing outside. It was perfect. You know what I'm saying?
I need to do that. I think about it.
I'm trying to tell you, it was a good reset. Perfect reset.
Yeah.
So before I ask this first question, you know, I'm at the dope bar, so you know I had to get me. This right here is that Diamore Amarado. You know what I'm saying? 42% proof. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
it's that kind. Just my tolerance super high, but I sip it slow anyways to feel like I'm doing something. So I'll be like,
okay, got you. It's funny you say tolerance because I'm not a drinker. Like I drink, but I don't drink a lot. So like all I need is like that much wine, and
it's a wrap. Man, people thought for religious and spiritual reasons I stopped drinking as much, but it was because my tolerance is too high. Like I can drink nothing. I honestly miss the feeling of the woozy. I don't get it. It don't happen. It's insane. It's drink, alcohol poison. So it's like for real. So for me, I'm like, you know, I'd rather buy Sprite. You feel me? Like, well, I'm gonna buy. I might as well buy something that tastes better. You feel me? But it's gonna do the same thing.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess is that a thing? I have a friend. She drinks. I don't know if she drinks like that, where it's like drink, and then alcohol poisoning. But yeah, water.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I do the agua a lot too. You know, I mean, like throw me some H2O on the rocks. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Get me right.
Right. Oh my gosh. So you say you don't feel no type of like aggression?
Nothing. Now with wine, I feel a chill, but it's a different. It's not like a tipsy type rise. It's just had a long day sipping on wine. I get a little creative, but it's not it ain't the same. Like I used to be. I'm talking about throw house parties back in the day. I was the party dude. And drink. Yeah. The being throwed, it was fun, but I believe because of all of that, there's nothing.
It's different now.
Yeah, people be losing all kind of money. They be like, "Oh, I bet I can get you drunk." You're gonna waste your bread, bro. Buying shot after shot. No facial expression. It's like I'm drinking water, and they're like.
Like, no, I want my money back, man. You lied.
So
okay, I'm sorry.
No, you could. Let's jump into this. So, all right. So I've, you know, of course I do my due diligence. You've been doing your thing for a little bit, man. I've been listening to these soulful, amazing sounds. So how do you feel like your sound has evolved since you first started in the industry into now?
I'm gonna be honest. When I first started, I did not know what I was doing. I was kind of working with whoever was available and what my budget would allow me. So
straight up.
So my sound is definitely a lot better. You could tell the quality is there now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. My stuff in the beginning is good. People liked it, but it wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So with this project that I just released, Your Attention Please, is a lot better to me because there's a lot more time put into it. I worked with a lot more people that were more creative and more experienced.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's definitely a difference compared to when I first started and now.
What do you think the difference is? Do you think when you first came in, it was more like imitation of like maybe people you were inspired by? Like, what do you think the major difference is?
Oh, so the major difference, when I first started, I just jumped right in. I was like, give me a booth, give me a microphone, and I'm gonna just do the best I can. the next level up, I like to work with people that know more than me and
Yes.
have more experience than me. So my cousin Patrick, shout out Kenneth B. He always helps me with my vocals. So he is my go-to person for my vocals. And even still to this day, he's better than me. He studies vocalists.
Yes.
So he always helps me with harmonies and things like that.
Yes.
So
that's
going from him to working with other people who study harmonies and vocal production and things like that. So Ooh.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, my cousin is good. He's always my go-to. He's good. But going from him, and I'm so used to working with him, to going to working with other people and see how they work and their style and vocal production. Yeah, it's very different.
It's good. What opened my mind is I got the privilege to work with Jamia Tucker. She's the niece of Chris Tucker. So I got the privilege to do her whole album. So in the middle of recording her album, we were like probably in the third song or whatever. She wanted to bring double booked with her vocal coach and then coming to the studio. So she brought a vocal coach to the studio.
Okay.
So I'm also big on harmonies, and I had a way of doing harmonies, but the vocal coach put me on game in a way that opened my mind to not feel like I knew it all as a vocal coach for the artist that I'm recording, because normally what I would do is if a singer sings, we build the harmonies around your take of what you've done. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you know what? They're like, she kept saying that the thing was off when we were playing, and I'm like, there's no way that this is off. I'm like, I'm in my mind, I'm like, she paying for the right teacher? This lady tripping. But she was like, mute all the instruments and play the piano by itself. And the harmonies were clashing with the piano, and I'm like, oh crap. She was like, instead of building the harmony around her main vocal, build it around the bass line of the song. And you'll never go wrong, obviously, because she's singing to the instrumental, and my God.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, because what sounds right in your mind when you record it and you press play and you realize it's clashing with another instrument, you'd be like, it's off. And as a musician, to other people, it's like, oh, I don't hear anything. It sounds good.
Exactly.
I'm a perfectionist, so I'm like, no, scratch it. Get rid of all of it. Do it over.
Come on, straight up.
Yeah. And my cousin, he has that ear also. So a lot of times if I hear something or he doesn't hear something, or if he hears something, kind of, catch each other, I'd be like, is something missing or is something that's clashing,
Yeah.
And so with working with him, my harmonies have gotten way better.
Come on.
A whole lot better.
It's weird because I have this for the narrative for like R&B music, soulful music has been like all R&B is dead, this new and it's been that. But what's crazy is being also an audio engineer, I work with a lot of rappers of today, and a lot of them technically are vocalists. A lot of rap songs are now, but and the ones that are good that don't really need, because normally a lot of them need auto-tune, but the ones who normally don't, I find out that they do vocal coaching, and I'm like, it's like singers. So it was like, in one sense, the art of singing ain't dead, but of course that that 90s R&B sweet spot, that soul, it's just like it ain't been touched the way that it's been. Do you feel like you're tapping into that era of kind of bringing those good feels back, or are you onto some new thing? Like, where your mind at with all of that?
Let's bring it back. I'm very, I won't say I'm old fashioned, but ain't nothing wrong with the old recipe that works.
Come on. Yeah. If it ain't broke, why y'all keep trying to fix it?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I was watching over when I was at that cabin, Amazing Reset, by the way. My sister, she's at the age to where she's just turned 17. So my mom has been on point with making sure that she don't get corrupted by a lot of the stuff that's out there. So this has been the first year she's been able to watch PG-13 and R-rated movies and things. Still monitor, but she watches a lot more. So she saw, I don't know if you ever seen the Jackson's American Dream story. It was a movie. Oh. It was a movie about. Yeah. So she watched that for the first time, but while we was watching it, I was seeing how, like, the kids were watching, Joe and his band rehearsing stuff. And back then, they grew up off of seeing them with the sugar pie, honey bun, and all those songs or whatever. And I was like, dang, if these kids were in 2024, they would be watching their dad, on some rap stuff, on some spinning off on the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, our generations are doomed. Like, so it's on people like you know what I'm saying, to really, be the superhero. Like, do you feel like you're ready for that type of responsibility to?
Ooh, that's a tough one, because that is a responsibility. And even now when I make music, I always run my music by my son and my niece first. There's 3 people that always hear my music first: my son, my niece, and my cousin, who helps me with my vocals.
That's dope.
And they're very honest. They're very, look, nah, this ain't hitting, nah, or it don't sound right, or and for my son is 14, so I automatically thought he's just interested in, like, rap music and be a young boy and but he actually listens to my music, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. But that, like you said, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if it comes naturally, I like a challenge, so I'll naturally take it on. But willingly walking into it and being like, yeah, I'm gonna take this on my shoulders.
Exactly.
I don't know.
yeah. I'm that. I'm kind of that same mindset. It's like, if like, I understand that, like, I have the choice. Like, I own Blaze It Up Radio. Shameless plug, Blaze It Up Radio. You know what I'm saying? 54,000 listeners. You feel me? We doing our thing. But anyways, I got the opportunity because it's an internet station, but I pay for a royalty license. So if I want, I can have the station just be uncensored. You know what I'm saying? But I make people send in radio edits and things of that nature, because I feel like there's still a moral responsibility to have, some censorship and some decency. We can't be running around here like animals. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get you. Absolutely.
So I know that you are you from Nigeria, or your family from Nigeria?
So see, this is how it goes. Okay, so I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. My
shout out to the Chi.
Shout out, yep, hometown. I'm originally from Chicago. My father is from Nigeria, and my mother is from Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they met in Chicago.
Oh yeah, you got some culture in you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just I feel like people, it don't matter what race, whatever, if you raised in the Chi, that's culture on another level. The stories I've heard, the things I've seen, and of course the Chi gets a bad rap, as far as street gangs and shootings and stuff. But I know that there's a crap load of culture, and you know what I mean, from there. So how long have you been in have you lived in Chicago?
Okay, so let's see. It's hard to tell the story without telling the whole story. Okay, so growing up, I moved back and forth between Chicago and Minnesota, and between there, a lot of family stuff happened. My father got deported. My mother had a nervous breakdown, so me and my family stuff. Yeah, that's why I said there's I can't tell the story without telling the whole story. So I moved a lot between Chicago and Minnesota, and with my dad being deported, my mother having a nervous breakdown, I was in foster care. After I got out of foster care, I was reunited with my family in Chicago. And I lived in Chicago with my aunt and my cousins from age 12 to 17. And then after that, I moved to Minnesota, and I've been in Minnesota ever since. So. Oh man. Yeah.
so when did you start? When did you start singing and realizing that was what you wanted to do?
Ooh, okay, so I knew I could sing at 5. I started in front of people at age 7. That was in Chicago. I was at Margate Park, Lincoln Park, Margate Fieldhouse. That was where we lived as kids.
Yeah.
Rec center, the neighborhood rec center that we went to. And I was singing, and one of the rec leaders happened to hear me sing, and he was like, hey, like, girl can sing, which made me, even now as an adult, when people be like, sing something, I get so nervous. And it all started from that one guy,
Yeah.
that one rec leader that was like, hey, this girl can sing. And at the time, Monica's album had just came out, her Miss Thing album. And I was singing Before You Walk Out My Life. Yeah.
Woo,
and from there, so yeah, age 7. Yep. That's where it started.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Had you been 7 in 2024, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what the
right? It would have been way different. Would have been singing BBL Drizzy. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
No, that's what's up. But yeah, man. So I am curious. I do want to go back. I am curious on why it is like outside of, I know you said because they're honest, but you said that there's 3 people who you have to run it by them. Like, have there ever been a time where there was something that you were just sold on and they could have been like, nah, but you were like, I might have to trump y'all on this decision. Have there ever been that type of situation?
No, actually. So the thing with my music and with these 3 people, my son, my niece, my cousin, whenever I show them music, I never stamp it until they say it's okay. Until they say, yeah, this is nice. Or yeah. So I've never had a song that was like, this is it. I love this song. I'm gonna release this. And then they didn't like it. I showed it to them and it wasn't, So it's almost like I don't get it approved without their approval. Like, I've never had one song where it's like, I don't care what nobody say. I love this song. I'm releasing this song. So it's like, that's my team. I don't release nothing without their say so. I don't, make any changes to any songs. I don't do anything without running it by them and saying like, how does this song sound? Does it sound okay? Should I add anything? Should I change it? Yeah, they are my team. They are my go-to. So I don't nothing. Yeah, without them, I don't. If they say, this ain't it, then it ain't it. Because they just know, especially my cousin, considering that my cousin, he's so with music and he still lives in Chicago. So still have access to, I would be afraid to even ask him like how many songs does he know or download it. But his music catalog is so extensive. Yeah. So if I'll hear one thing and he'll hear something completely different, and by him, he always has something to add or change or so
those are the minds you want around you, for real. Exactly.
He's actually the final say. I've never told him that, so once he sees this interview, I know it's special. But normally I'll show my son and my niece first, but then I'll show him, and then he has the final say ultimately. Yeah. So,
man, that's amazing. A lot of people don't have that type of team, and just in general, the industry is meant for. They prey on people not having that team. Like, for example, I know a lot of people who went through, to American Idol, the audition, and you go through 3 different judges before everybody goes through 3 different judges before they ever get to Simon. So when you watch those first 2 weeks where you see all the trashy auditions and the funny ones, understand that they've been through 3 other set of judges that cleared them to continue because they knew they were going to clown them. So it is good that you have that foundation of people before you even put yourself in any position to be, because boy, owning a radio station, boy, I get some things. Being an engineer, I hear some things. I remember giving this dude all his money back, and because the singing was so horrific. Like, I do my best. Like, there's been singers that come in that can't stay on melody, and I'm very manipulative and tricky with my works and to be able to tune them, and they could be like, oh, I don't want auto tune. I'm like, all right, don't worry about it, and I'm real cool. I have to plug in thing to the side real quick. They do a vocal. I done got crap. There is nothing I was able to do with this girl, and she brought her dad or mom. They had some relatives, and they were just so boosting her on, and it was the most horrific thing I've ever heard in my life. It was like, and I just had to be like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And the dude was cussing me out, telling me I'm racist. I'm like, we both black, bro. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, but this ain't it.
Yeah, and you had to get, it's bad when you got to give the money back, like to just be like, you know what?
I'm telling you,
done all I can do.
It's ignorant. All right, yeah, we gonna dive more into this interview. Y'all know how we do. We got to pay these bills around here. You feel me? But we'll be right back. Y'all know what time it is, man. This is Welcome to the Dope Bar. We got Imade in the building.
Crazy. You trying to tell me I done had 100,000 streams and all I got is $300? It's crazy, man. So you missed the 100,000 streams. Yeah, 100,000, 100K, baby. Yeah, but what you made, what, $300? Yeah, only 300. Yeah, well, I'm making way more than that over on Muse IQ. Muse IQ? Oh, yeah. With just my 1,000 fans validating me one time per month, I'm making $1,000. $1,000 per month. A month?
Yo, welcome back to the Dope Bar. You know what I'm saying? We got Imade in the building. You know what I'm saying? And all right. So shout out to Muse IQ, by the way. Independent artists. Y'all know what it is. It's free for independent artists. MuseIQ.io. You know what I'm saying? Your supporters pay for a subscription. They can pay $1 out of their subscription to you or any artist of their choosing. It's much better than the alternative, which is Spotify, which pay you 30% of 0.0003 cents. So y'all know Muse IQ, y'all get on that. All right. So back into this amazing interview. So with the music landscape, just the whole thing in general, social media, entertainment, Nigeria has such a bad reputation when it comes to, scammers and, things of that nature. I also noticed that when I look up things on different articles or whatever, people love to put the emphasis on the, Nigerian singer. So you would assume that you're this artist that's born, raised in Nigeria, the Nigerian roots, you got the crazy thick accent, all of that stuff. So where's your mindset with just with that at all, with the narrative that's being put out? Do you have any control of why that narrative is put out, and what's your take?
So, I love my people. I love all of them. I do, but that's the narrative. They do be scamming. That's just what it is. And I love my people. My dad is there. I got a house over there. I got property over there. I go every year.
Ooh, that's what's up.
Yeah. So, but so when you go over to Nigeria, I don't look like I look like an American. Okay.
Yes.
So going over there is easy to spot people and be like, oh, she's not from here. Let me try to extort her. Very common. So I mean, as soon as you get off the plane in the airport.
Oh, they ready.
Yeah, it's very common. So, and I hate to sound so negative, but I'm an honest person, and that's just what it is. They be scamming. It's just just it. Now, thank God I know how to dodge it. But and it's because I go over there. I go every year. But someone who doesn't know any better, or if somebody who's traveling by themselves,
Yeah.
It would be tough for them.
Yeah, I realize it's crazy because I've realized that a lot of them they're scamming in the way that they are, because in a lot of places over there it's crazy. It's crazy hard, and I've gotten the opportunity to, because I'm seeing all the scams in the world, so they try to get me, and sometimes with a few of them it's been successful. With a lot of them I had to end up letting them go, but they attempt to scam me, but I'll continue to go along to see how persistent they are. Once I realize, okay, they're pretty persistent, I'll be like, all right, look, I know that I know that this is BS. So instead of scamming, why don't you come and, promote for me? I'll give you this cut, da 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 da. And some of them, there's been a few who have taken the opportunity and done well. Like if I have a radio promotion package that's $350, and they make the sale, normally I'll do 30%, 40%, or whatever. So but that's still damn near $100 and some change, and it's a lot of money for them. So I had one that was doing, I guess he was doing maybe 3 a week. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, it was just he ended up not needing to do it anymore, because it got him and his family in a great position. They were able to make great amount of money or whatever. So I realized that there are some over there that do it, and like when I spoke to him, I'm like, all right, so why are you trying to scam me, bro? Like I don't get it. And then he broke it down. So I know a lot of them have that issue. So next question is, so if you go through the different articles or things that are online on you now, immediately artists from Nigeria, they play the Nigerian, they play it strong. If it wasn't for me doing due diligence, I would know, okay, I mean, she not Nigerian, but she's Nigerian. Right. You know what I'm saying? How do you are you even worried about that narrative being out there? That, not saying that you're a scammer, but that you're right. You're from there. Is there a worry on that, or is just it is what it is?
No, I'm not worried about it at all. Like I said, I love my people and I accept them for who they are. Some of them, not all of them, are like that, but yeah, I'm not worried. It's just one of the things that comes along with being Nigerian. If you don't mind, I want to tell a quick story. I'm gonna try to make it quick.
All yours.
So
it don't got to be quick. We good.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So my dad got deported in 1992.
Yes.
I didn't find him again until 2019. And when I found him again in 2019, I had spent when I got out of foster care, from age 13 all the way up until age 33, I was looking for my dad. I finally found him in 2019. And when I found him, when I finally had made contact with him, my cousin was helping take care of him. And my dad was like, I don't know who you are. This is finally when I had made contact with him in 2019. I don't know who you are. I don't got no daughters, whatever. Now, me being who I am, I've been looking for you since
exactly
since I got out of foster care. So we're talking from age 13 to age 33. I've been looking, and then finally I find you, and the first thing you say to me is, "You ain't got no daughter." Yeah. So and there's me and my sister. So me and my sister, we were both, looking for him. And finally, when I found him, he was like, "Yeah, I ain't got no daughters. I don't know who you are." So me, out of anger, I called my uncle. I said, "Uncle, I want to get on the first flight with you to Nigeria to go find my dad." So that's what I did. I'm pissed the whole time. I called. I think the first time I went to Nigeria was in October. I made the flight plans in July. Yeah. So from July all the way to October, I'm pissed off because I'm like, this dude is talking crazy, talking about he ain't got no daughters. So I'm on the plane. I'm like, man, when I see him, I'm gonna have so many words for him and da 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 da. I finally meet him in person, and when I met him, he was like, "Oh, okay," because the scamming is so bad over there.
Yeah.
And with over in Nigeria, I got land, I got a house. My dad has a house. My grandfather's house was passed down to my dad, and when dad passed, he passed it down to us. Nice. And so when I met him finally in person, he was like, "Oh, okay. Now that I know it's you."
Yeah.
They scamming like that out here, like that, to the point where my own dad was like, "Nope, I ain't got no kids. Yeah. I don't know who you are."
Yeah.
for him, it was like almost he was ready to say it. Like, nope,
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. But I'm like, what you mean? So I got on the first flight. And then once I realized how scamming over there, your own family will scam you. You
That's
know,
crazy.
he had to explain that to me. He was like, it's nothing to get you. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings, but it's like that over here. So once I figured that out, then my attitude was gone. I was crying and boogers and you know, that was 1992. So but the scamming is real like that, to where your own family will get you. You know, that's what it is. It's almost a part of the culture. I hate to say it, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, you give me some advice. So I started a company. Shout out to my partner Jonathan. We realized there's a crap load of talent over there in Nigeria. Crap load of talent. So we started a company called Globe Tunes. It's like a management label type of thing. So with that, we've been like, we signed a producer. Shout out to our producer, High Key Music Productions, Ibukun. He's over there.
You gotta rewind a little bit, because for a second it muted and I didn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, got you. So I was saying, so starting, the company.
The Globe Tunes?
Yes, Globe Tunes.
Okay, that's the last I heard. Okay, you can start there.
So we started the company. So because there's a lot of talent out there, so the mindset is there's a lot of them that don't get the opportunity of a radio station, people that got the things that that the access and the the things that I have to be able to offer, they don't have. A lot of them don't have over there. So I'm like, we communicate with some, we get some people kind of stationed on the ground over there, and we make things work. So long story short, got a producer, paid a year for the apartment / studio that he has. So now that the artists over there that we find, they got a studio to record in. If they're signed with us, they don't have to pay for the studio time, whatever. We break things down. So talent scouting over there, the next phase that we're doing is we're getting a couple people who have venues and things of that nature. So with you being over there a lot, just any type of advice you would give for how I could be effective over there, things I should maybe look out for, to be successful, because I really want to be successful in the sense that the artists that we bring on, they get to experience kind of what we experience effortlessly, the being able to get however many views and to be able to go viral and make some money and do things. But I know it's scammer nation out there. Yeah. Also, I don't want to come off as the American show off, and you know what I'm saying. So like, just what advice would you have for someone?
That's a good one. So I think if you make a connection with somebody over there, or if you know somebody that knows somebody, that's the best way to go about it. Because even me going over there, it took some time. It takes time to get to know people and trust them, and but even when you do take your time and you get to know somebody and you trust them, you still gotta be on the lookout. They'll switch on you. So that's the best advice I can give, is just always have your eyes and ears open. Always ask for receipts.
Head on a swivel.
Always, no matter how long you know them, no matter how much you trust them, always.
Yes.
That's the best, because even me, I'm still learning. I'm still how to move around and maneuver and communicate and make connections and things like that. Because like I said, I got a house over there and I live in Minnesota, so trying to my dad's house and order is I have one person, two people, because I also have a lawyer over there. I have two people that do most of the work for me when it comes to actually being at my father's house and taking care of what needs to be taken care of. But and also too, the time zone difference, and you're 5,000 miles away. So sometimes people will be like, not my people are pretty good, but dealing with certain people, they'll be like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. And it's like, no, I'm paying you right now. How would you I pay you? I'll get to it when I get to it. Like, no, you want your money right now,
Straight up.
But a lot of it is just staying on top of people. Even if you've built that relationship with them, stay on top of it. That's the best advice I can give.
Yeah. So so all this speaking that we've been doing, you've been through some things in your life.
Oh yeah.
You've been through some things. So I just can't even imagine that what type of content the music has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I already know. So for people who've never heard any project of yours at all, what would the overall what would you say the overall topic of that, you know, whatever the next album is or the current album is, what is the overall topic, concept of the album?
So this album, the one that I just released in February, that one kind of came together on its own. It was more so me just getting back in the habit of writing because I had writer's block for years.
Yeah.
And once I started writing again, I'm like, oh, okay, these songs are actually pretty decent. I had no intention of putting them together, a part of a project, and releasing the project.
Yeah.
It was just, I got these songs, I've been writing, I want to do something with them.
Yeah.
So when I released Your Attention Please, all of them happened to be geared where I was talking about relationships. So from beginning to end on my project is, you know, you like somebody, you meet somebody, you go through the ups and downs of dealing with somebody, and then you have your end result, whether you break up with them or whether you stay with them. So, but I would leave it to the listeners so they can figure out how the end comes out.
I love that.
But yeah, with that project, it literally, I took 5 songs that I was working on and I put it together, and they just happened to work well together. So that's how that happened.
Man, that's amazing. It's like the music industry is so, because of how the advances of AI and things of that nature, and how easy it is for people to record. Like, people can literally make whole songs from their phones, and I have no experience. Technology just became so easy to do. It's hard to find genuine stories like that when it comes to bodies of work. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out, you know, to you, you know, with that. How is it juggling, you know, being a single mother and juggling all of that, you know, juggling not just the music, but you spent years, you know, looking for pops, you know what I'm saying? And like all of those emotions and things, how do you keep it together?
First of all, let me tell you, okay, I have, and I've heard other people say this, I have a very interesting life. On top of just me naturally being an interesting individual. Okay, so like me having an interesting life from like I said, from starting off with my dad getting deported, people be like, oh my God, what's the story about that? And then my mom having a nervous breakdown. Oh my God, what's foster care? What? Like, it's just, so naturally, me being who I am, I always have to be doing something. Not to the extent where I'm doing so much where nothing gets done, but that's just how my mind is. I'm always working on something. I'm always doing something. So I'm working on music. I'm a single mom. I'm a master barber. I'm a barbershop owner. I got my niece living with me. So, and don't get me wrong.
Whoa.
Yeah. On top of it's a lot. And on top of that, I'm taking care of my dad's house in Nigeria. So yeah, I'm a busy person.
First off, I want to say much respect, because I'm a multiple owner type like barbershop owner. I just need to dig into that real quick.
Okay.
Like, how did that come about? Let's talk about the barber. What's the name of it? Put the business on blast.
Okay, cool. So my barbershop is called A1 Cuts. It's located in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Let's go.
I have been in business for 8 years now. I've been cutting hair for 15 years.
Woo.
And over the years, originally my plan was to open up a second location, but I didn't have the right team to help me with the second location. So I just took the money that I had saved and renovated my current location. So now it's a 2-level barbershop. So A1 Cuts, St. Paul, Minnesota.
I love that. And do you have any clients that are like, no matter what, it's you that they're going to, they're not?
Oh yeah. I've been cutting for 15 years. So a lot of my clients I've had plus years. Yep.
Yeah, what's crazy is one of the shirts I'm wearing, Modern Barbershop. Shout out to my barber, Louville, you feel me? It's that same thing. When I moved to Atlanta, because I have lupus, so it got bad to the point where I had to relocate. So I was in Atlanta. I literally would fly back to South Florida
Oh
to get
wow.
my cut. Oh, is the loyalty to the barber is something crazy.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, I got maybe one client. I don't know. I got one client. I think he flies. He drives. I think he drives.
Yeah.
You know,
that's when you know it's serious.
Yeah. I'm like, that is loyalty at its finest. See, now I got a bone to pick with all my clients. We're gonna have some stuff to talk about.
Straight up. Straight up. I have to ask permission. I remember having this event wearing many hats with the TV network. There's an independent wrestling promotion in Alabama, you know, that we air their stuff on their TV channel. So we were making an appearance. So they scheduled for us to make an appearance. It was the next day, and I'm like, there's no way, no time to even. I hit my barber up. I'm like, look, I need to ask you.
Right.
I got a situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm gonna make this happen. He was like, bro, it's fine. He took a picture and was like, make sure that they do this, and this, and this, and you should be good.
Yeah.
They didn't at all. This I only want to talk about. And this is why I never step out on my barber. He did something where he tried to add, but no, because with having lupus as a skin thing, so sometimes I get these skin rash things up here.
Yep.
He's just a professional. He just knows how to get around it to get it right. This dude had the Batman edge type thing going on. I'm looking like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. So I was like, bro, you got to fix this. So he did like the black stuff to kind of gear. Man, he had me sprayed down here.
Oh my
like
God.
I was like spray. It was insanity. I'm like, he edged it up nice, but it was down here.
Yeah.
Like it was here. And I'm like,
when that happens, I have seen scenarios where people do that and a fight breaks out. So I commend you for not fighting, dude.
it was hard. It was so hard. I had to, and he just felt. What pissed me off is to get it off the chest. He felt like he did that too.
Yeah.
He was just had his mirror out. Take the mirror. Look if he would have said, if you don't like it, you get your money back, I would have got my bread all the way back.
Yeah. Confident in it too. I feel like that's the worst. Like, you proud of this? Like, how can you be proud?
he thought he did it. It's insanity. Yeah. But yeah, kudos to you for the multiple business. So in the state of the world right now, obviously, we had the Trump shooting, and now Kamala Harris, all of this craziness that's going on. I always encourage artists, stay away from topics like sexuality, religion, and politics. Obviously, but the question I will ask on this politic front is, normally when something crazy like this goes on, it's always some type of distraction from something else that's really going on. So if you had to, so with that, not if you had to take a guess what's going on, what do you think? What is your goal as far as, because now all the algorithm eyes from social media are going to Trump, assassination, this, that, it's going to these things. What do you do to keep the algorithm in your favor as an artist? What things do you think are strategic that you could do to keep it where the eyes are still focused on the artist, the music, the art, and not the craziness that's going on?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So
yeah,
I try my hardest to stay off social media. That's one of my things that I do, especially when you got somebody got shot or this person dropped out of this race.
Yes.
It can be overwhelming. So to me, I'll be like, okay, nope, turn it off. Whatever screen you got, turn it off.
Come on.
And go sit somewhere, go do something. Because as you can see, like I said, between me being a mom, a barber, a business, I have plenty of other things to do.
Yeah.
I have plenty of other things to do. So I take my focus off of that and I go focus on either, barbershop stuff or mom stuff. I'm constantly checking in with my son, making sure he's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do try to steer clear of it. And when I get the opportunity to sit down and write music, then yeah, I do that. Or I'll post something.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in the studio, or hey, I'm traveling to or traveling to wherever, and and sometimes even when I do that, it'll kind of creep in like, hey, did you hear about what happened to Trump? And I'll be like, I did, but I'm in Atlanta and I'm gonna perform. You gotta turn it.
Straight up.
You gotta shift it because you'll get sucked in. You really will, and it's overwhelming.
It's at being a radio personality podcaster. Like I kind of have to be in it a lot of the times, and it's so hard. Like I think I've got to a good place to where I can take everything in and not be sucked into it, but it's difficult. What do you think the challenges are as far as shielding your kids from it? I got a 15-year-old turning 16 on Sunday. Shout out to little JQ, you feel me? But like what are the challenges to you to kind of keep them in that mindset to not be caught up in all the outside noise?
So the cell phones, first off.
Yes.
That's the challenge, cell phones. And it kind of sucks because in this day and age, you want your kids to have a cell phone for the sake of safety and being in touch with them, but you don't want them to have a cell phone because they have access to God knows what when you're not around. So I am constantly I will say 80% of the arguments that occur in my house between me and my son is about a cell phone. You know, my son is a gamer, so he spends a lot of time on his PS5. I was a gamer growing up, so I don't have an issue with that. But it's cell phones. It's turn it off. What are you watching? What are you doing? Who is that? Why is he cussing? Why is I know for a fact I get on my son's nerves. Yeah. I'm constantly, what you watching? Who is that cussing? What is that? How long is this
straight up?
You do, and it's almost stressful because, like I said, out of the number of other things that I could be doing, I have to carve time out of my day to be like,
yes,
what you doing? Why you staying up so late? Turn it off.
Yes.
So it's difficult, but it's necessary. And I know I get on my son's nerves. My niece, she's grown, so I really don't monitor her as much. Yeah. But I know she naturally monitors herself because she doesn't want to hear my mouth because she knows I'm capable of jumping on her as soon as I'm done jumping on my son.
Straight up. That's the way it has to be. That's the responsibility of a parent these days, especially with how easy things are. Like I commend you on that 1,000,000%. They may hate it, but once they're in the position, and we think it's bad now, things gonna be crazier when they become parents and stuff. So like it's what it is. Like people don't understand. There are the different type of apps where you can give them the phone, but you can take off Instagram or so there's a lot of stuff, and people don't want to do all that type of stuff because it is stressful.
I do all that. I sign up for all that.
Straight up.
I can monitor what he was watching, how long he was watching it, when he signed on, when he signed off, all of that. I get alerts to my phone. Everything. He Mama, why I'm 14 now. Why are you saying all this stuff? Like I'm not, and he doesn't. He really doesn't get into any trouble, but still, just as a mom, it's like good.
Yep.
Like, one day you might decide to be like, let me click on this.
Yep. And it's so easy, the different type of stuff. I was watching something recently. There was this video where there's this girl, she's literally doing makeup tips and stuff, and what she does to keep people watching, she starts it by saying and now there's a manager that directed her to do this, so she's like letting the people know, if you watch this video from beginning to end, you will go completely crazy, so don't watch it all the way to the end. But then she continues to do her makeup, and as the timer is going, people are watching because it's like, let me watch, and there's a song playing in the background. The song isn't the focus of the thing. Her doing her makeup is the focus, but the song is playing in the background, so subconsciously song is in your head. And then there's an undertone that's playing in the video, that it's a frequency that only, this is weird, 16 years of age and younger could hear.
Okay.
There's a TV show, I think it's called Evil, that kind of copied the storyline, but forget the TV show. I'm talking about the real thing. So it's a tone that only 16 years and under could hear. Like no one over 17 older, we can't hear it at all. But it's not like a loud tone like this that you can hear. But if you get whatever type of equipment and enhance it, it'll be like take these scissors and stab yourself in the ear. It's like literally, long story short, a suicide type thing. So after a while, a bunch of kids just start humming this song uncontrollably. It's like they're just singing, humming this song, and people are like, why are you humming it? Even if you try to switch them to do something else, like, all right, well, okay, you're singing this song, sing Jingle Bells. They were singing Jingle Bells in the melody of the song that they're doing. And then out of nowhere, they find something, cut them. It's like, it was a crazy
Oh my God.
type. It's like it's a lot of crazy different things. Yeah. So it's like the time for us to be on top of everything is like, it's now, like we
like, why are they targeting the kids? Leave the babies alone.
Exactly. Like, I have to say, I am not shaming or throwing shade at the LGBTQ and all of those communities. Mm-hmm. No problem with you. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Except leave our kids alone. Like, I got a lot of nieces and nephews, and right now, Gracie's Corner has been scratched off the list because now that artist Big Frida has been featured on the show, and Big Frida is the big man that dressed up like it. You know what it is. So Big Frida is now got as a guest star on the show, and I'm like, the purpose of a collaboration is to bring whoever that person is and introduce them to your audience. Mm-hmm. That now that y'all agreed to do that, it shows you don't got the best interests of at heart for my kids. Right. Cut them off. I can't remember the name of the stupid show. It's one of these other kid shows, but they had yes, that one, Coco Melon. So the two dads, and they got the little boy, and this pretty much the song is like, you choose what you want to be in. Right. Like he has a hat and then has a princess crown. And they're like, if you feel comfortable with the princess crown, and then he's coming out with his little fairy dress. And if people want to be grown and do that, by all means, do what you do. But leave the kids alone. You know what I'm saying?
As if, like, I understand the whole idea of pick what you want to be. You are who you choose to be.
Yeah, I understand it.
Being incorporated into children's programs, and it's almost like it's being pushed on them.
Yes.
And it's like, how are you in the same breath telling me let the kids choose what they want to be, but you get to push this agenda, like you push it. Me as an adult, I'm like, dang, they a little bit persistent with this particular, topic. And like you said, nothing against the LGBTQ community, nothing against anybody. But again,
any of them.
It wouldn't be any different with me being a heterosexual woman, and I'm pushing my heterosexuality onto you. Yeah. It's offensive. Like,
exactly.
I don't need to know what you do behind closed doors. I don't need you exposing what you do behind closed doors to my kids.
Come on.
Like, it's just, there's got to be boundaries. There's got to be boundaries. Whether gay or not, gay, straight,
Facts.
Whatever. Facts. Boundaries, because they're kids.
Exactly.
Like you said, as an adult, hey, whatever, do what you do.
Do what you do.
Kids now, let the kids be.
They got it. In California, if your kid, don't matter age, if your kid feels like you as a parent don't accept them for wanting to see them. So I'm a boy, but I want to identify as a girl, and if you don't accept it, they passed the law last year that they can come take the kid out the home and put him with parents who do agree with their. I'm like, what the world? So the world is going, it's going crazy. So it's important. I went through all of that to just say that I commend you for being on top of it like that, because you really have to be. You really have to be.
I want to interject really quick, and it's not just me. I do have a team, my family. They help me out a lot with my son. So my brothers, my cousins, whenever my son, he's 14. So I'm like, I'm a 14-year-old boy. There's certain things.
Yes.
There's certain things I don't want to answer.
Yes. So, straight up.
So shout out to my brother, my cousin, everybody. They help me with him all
yes.
the time.
It take a village. It take a village. I'm proud to say I got community meetings. You know what I'm saying, when it came to my family. Hey, look, mama whooped me, grandma whooped me, auntie whooped me, older cousin. Like
everybody.
We got whooped. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't let none slide. And I feel like that people done got away from community meetings.
Oh,
we need them. We got some neighbors who ain't really family, but they grew up with us so much that we see them as family. Meetings, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need the community meetings. I feel like I'm not a felon and all of these things, because of said community meetings, you know.
Yeah. And not even necessarily beatings, but just having
Yeah. Of course.
of discipline.
Yes.
You know, even me, I'm the youngest of three. I didn't get beatings like I was spoiled. They always call me spoiled. I didn't get beatings like that, but I was damn sure afraid of my parents. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Big facts.
I
Big
was afraid
facts.
of them.
Chain of command. I'm like that with Mom Dukes now. I know that my aunts, a lot of them can't, in their conditions at their age right now, they can't do nothing to me. But still, they're like, even if I get too emotional and I may want there's no cuss words coming out around them. Ain't no talk back. Yeah. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just chain of command. All right, I want to end it on a note that, you know, ain't so freaking, you know, everything else. We went through a lot. Right. You know what I'm saying? We went through a lot. So in the landscape of social media, so I know that I was on the Instagram and I believe you got a little under 900 followers in an industry now, because we're in the social media era of the music industry. What is your views, or not? What are your views? I would say. How could I ask this question? Like for someone who, you know, you're not on social media that way, but you have a music career. To have a music career and to be pushing music in the album, social media is now the major part. The talent ain't even the standard bearer no more. It is the social media. So like, obviously we're on an interview right now, so that does show that you are doing your thing to get yourself out there. But what are your I guess the strategies of what you're going to do, or what your plan is to do that but still maintain your moral ground of not being sucked into social media?
Oh my
God.
What
is your happy medium?
It's so difficult, because being with my age group, and I am not ashamed of my age at all. I'm 37.
39, baby.
All right, 80s.
We look like we 25. You feel me? We look good. You feel me? We look good.
With social media, we are our age group. We can completely put our phone down and go entertain ourselves. We can go watch TV. We can go outside.
Facts.
We can go read a magazine. Our lives are not engulfed in social media, or just being on a phone or a screen or whatever. You know. So the thing that I'm learning with being an artist and releasing music and being on social media is I have to have content.
Yes.
Right? And in order to have content, I have to do interviews. I have to record. I have to get online and say something and entertain people that are. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I gotta record everything. And some people are like, I'm in the bathroom. And it's like, I gotta record that like that.
So some of I always shamed people for doing taking pictures of food or whatever. My most popular story posts, my most viewed story posts are the food thing. So I had to find a way to make it me too.
And the reason why it's so difficult is because, like we were saying before, between me being a mom, being an artist, being a barber, there's so many things that I have to do, right? So everything that I'm doing, I have to stop and be like, oh, record this. Or, oh, where's my phone? You know, and it's like, I just want to do this and get it done.
Exactly.
Now I understand the importance of why people have a photographer or a person that's there with a camera. That is their sole purpose, just to stand and record. So then I don't have to think anything of it. You know?
Big facts.
And then they take what they need, they edit it and be like, here, put this on your IG, you know.
Come on.
But
exactly.
For me, I'm like, oh, dang, I should have recorded that. Or dang, I could have posted this. And it's like, you have to remember, it has to be like, in front of your mind, like post stuff, talk about stuff.
Come on.
See you plate of food and you tying your shoes and talking about silly stuff. They do. They want to. But considering our age group, we're so used to just living our lives outside of social media, outside of screens. We actually have to add it into our schedule. Oh, I have to post this. I have to record this. I have to wait. I have to post this 1 in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon and then like 3 times a day or how many days a week. And it's like, that's another job.
Exactly.
It's another job.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's getting easier. It's getting easier. I'm learning what makes it easy for me is I can record me being myself. I can record me just being in my natural setting, whether I'm getting something to eat or I'm in the studio or whatever. That's the easy part for me. Because some people are, no, you got to cut and paste and my hair and makeup and it's got to be like this. And I'm not like that. I'm like, no, you're going to get straight raw.
That don't even fit your brand either. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's the best part about your style of music too. Is it's natural. It's the essence. Yep, absolutely. I love it.
I always told myself if I have to step outside of my box and constantly record or post content and I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. I'm not.
Yeah.
My hair has to be done and my makeup has to be perfect. Because that's work. And
exactly.
I don't like makeup. I don't like to go shopping. I barely like to get my hair done. I am a very simple woman.
Come on.
So to go out of my way to I gotta buy this and wear this and look like this and do all of that and then record, that's 2 jobs. No, I'm good.
Come on.
Good. So, but it is getting easier though. It is definitely easier. Because I mean, I always got my phone on me anyway. So
exactly.
If I ever come across a moment where I feel like, oh, okay, this is funny, or I would like somebody to experience this with me, then
that's good.
Record or sometimes I just leave my phone on. I just let it record and then I'll edit it and take out whatever I need. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. I mean, it's eating up my storage.
Come on. I literally got like 5 Google Drives. Different Gmails just to load stuff. And so I
it's definitely eating up my storage. I feel you. But
I feel you.
But that's okay. For the sake of being able to get myself out there and get my music out there, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we definitely going to talk after this because that's my whole thing to help people that just want to really focus on creating, running businesses, do stuff like that. I got a good place in all of that. So yeah, we definitely going to speak. And I'm going to talk to you about, because you say your son's a gamer. There's so much bread and so much money. They're teaching it in school now. Yeah. So we going to talk about all that, But we already over the hour point, you know what I'm saying? So let's give me anything that you want to say to the listeners, to anyone. Like, the floor is yours. Let them know, social media obviously, and then whatever you want to tell them.
Check out my EP. It's called Your Attention Please. It's streaming everywhere. Any musical platform you can think of, it is there. My Instagram, I always got to remember to tell people my Instagram. My Instagram is Imade all day. So it's IMADE _all_day. Imade all day. And that's
Imade.
Thank you. Yeah.
I love it. But y'all know what it is, man. This has been another episode of Welcome to the Dope Bar with Imade. You know what I'm saying? This is boy Blaze Hunter Knife Wonder. And, we out this piece. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you so much. You have a good one. And, we go.
All right.
We out this beast.